There we go. All right, I got it up. So I will be sharing this week's recent pickups from the Taking High Ground Discord, and I'm doing it live. I'm gonna think I might do it like this from here on out. Also, I'm sorry for the live stream starting a lot later than I wanted it to. It took me a while to actually figure this out, but yeah, I, this looks good. I hope. I might wait for a couple people to get in here, but yeah, let me make sure. I'm gonna make sure this is actually working because, like I said, I was trying to figure this out for a while. If anyone's in chat right now, just let me know how it looks. If you can hear me or see me, and also see the Discord, you could let me know. That'd be perfect. Oh, Daniel Gonzalez, what's up? Yeah. All right, looks like I'm good to go. So, yeah, I finally broke down. I bought a computer so I can do live streams like this where, I'll be able to display stuff. I always used to talk about that in my old live streams. I can't display anything because, I was on my phone, no longer on the phone. So we're going to get into these recent pickups from the Taking High Ground Discord from the past 11 days. And first up, we're starting off with Peru Man. Let me make sure you can see this just right. Peru Man with a Love Ranger Crystal Shard SGC 10. Now, Love Ranger, like I always talk about, his back bling is super iconic to Fortnite. People love his back bling. People just love Love Ranger as a skin. Look, I can't see chat, so I'm going to pull my chat on my phone real quick. All right. We're good to go. Love Ranger, his back bling is definitely one of his strongest selling points to why I think he might have high demand in the future as a card. Not investment advice, of course. But another thing I like about Love Ranger is his Frozen variant in Series 3. Two things to collect for one skin. It's, pretty cool. So, Peru Man, SGC 10, Crystal Shard, Love Ranger. That is a beautiful card. And really, any Crystal Shard, is a great card. I know I always, talk about, the negatives and the positives of different Crystal Shards. But really, is there really a bad Crystal Shard Series 1? I don't think there really is. All right, now we're moving on to JL. Let's see what all JL is working with. Okay, Ice Queen, Cracked Ice, CGC 10. These Series 2 cards are not easy to grade, and I'm definitely certain Ice Queen is no different. I mean, perfect condition from CGC. I don't know how lenient CGC is, but that's still definitely like a perfect condition card. And Ice Queen, she is the female version of Ice King. There was a point in time where people were talking about she was like a $2,000 card. Obviously, she's not that, but she's definitely not a bad card at all. If we do see some sort of whole series dedicated to Ice King in the future, I would see no reason why Ice Queen wouldn't be involved in that. I mean, I guarantee you she would be. Once again, not investment advice, but Ice Queen is definitely. I feel like it almost got to the point where she's a slightly underrated card. She was definitely one of the most overrated of all time, but now I feel like it's gotten to the point where she's almost a little underrated. Let's see what else JL's working with. He's got a Galaxia CGC 10 Cracked Ice. That's awesome. Galaxia from Series 3, one of the best looking cards eye appeal wise. The purple on the purple, the Cracked Ice pattern with the Galaxy pattern of her, it's just awesome. And Series 3 cards we know are not easy to grade, so to have one in perfect condition like this is definitely something, to appreciate. Any collector would like to have something like this, I feel like. And I wonder what something like this is going for. And also what's nice about this is I could check comps on cards or population right now if I wanted to. Maybe for another time, or if something that I see really interests me, we could do that. But Galaxia, CGC 10, Cracked Ice, that's a beautiful card. Definitely not one you see very often, and something that, is just an awesome card. Now, this is a unique one. Blaze CGC 10 from the sticker. What is that? Need my glasses. Oh, here we go. Gold frame sticker. Okay. So Blaze, she came out Chapter 2, Season 3, which is crazy that was almost 5 years ago now. But Blaze, the first real Renegade Raider reskin we got, and people went crazy over it back then. There was a point in time where you see 4 or 5 of them in every single game you played back in Chapter 2, Season 3. And, that just shows you the icon that Renegade Raider is to Fortnite. And, this is one of the very few Panini Renegade Raider cards. There's obviously the prototypes from Series 1. There's this from the gold frame. And there's a reloaded Renegade Raider. And obviously the prototypes are completely unattainable for the average person. So I feel like a card like this will be massive in the future. And we know how much people talked about the Renegade Raider reloaded in points in time. But no one ever really talks about the gold frame Blaze. So JL, this is an awesome card. Definitely have an underrated piece right here. So I love that. I don't think JL's done quite yet. Oh, here we go. Now this is awesome. So the Midas CGC 10. Oh, there we go. Midas CGC 10 from the gold frame, and it's like top half. It's like two halves. So you can't really put them together when they're graded, but they're both in perfect condition. I mean, it'll just be that little piece of clear in the middle part of the slab. So you still probably could put them together, but that's awesome. We don't see a whole lot of representation of fully gold Midas. We do in Reloaded is fully gold Midas, but he's got the black suit jacket on, the vest. He's got the black vest on. He's not all solid gold. He's like solid gold, but like with the black clothes is really weird in Reloaded. Gee, we could pull that up right now. Here, let's check this out. What is it? What am I going to? All right, Reloaded. Midas. Hold on. Here, yeah. Here's what I was talking about. Okay. Tight operation. But yeah, you see, he's got the black suit on and a solid gold. This is like the only thing where it's the true solid gold, I believe. So, JL, that's another just awesome, super unique thing that the gold frame stickers have that no other Fortnite trading card set has. So that's just awesome. Let's see what else you're working with here. Okay, the full card now from gold frame stickers of Midas. I like the purple. I do think the purple works well with it. Has the same the little logo from Series 3. I think that's all. I think that looks nice. Kind of keeps some sort of formality between the cards. And yeah, perfect condition gold frame sticker. I like. Oh, that's awesome. It has Skull Trooper on the back. That's actually sick. I didn't even know that it had that on the back. But yeah, JL, you got some awesome gold frame Midas cards. Oh, okay. That jumped up on me. Zadie cracked ice, CGC 9. Now, Zadie is not an easy card to grade. I know she's yellow, but her population isn't like anything that spectacular, like as good as you'd think it would be for a yellow cracked ice card like she is. And, Zadie's just a Zadie's just a really nice card. So much usage. She's one of the most used skins in all of Fortnite ever, and just a great and fantastic card right here. So, really appreciate seeing a great card like this of Zadie. And yeah, hold on, making sure. All right, never mind. Really great looking card. One that just usage. She's a sweat skin. She's heavily used, and she just looks cool. She has a bunch of edit styles. She has a bunch of different in-game variants. The new Shady Zadie that came out like 2 years ago. I don't know why I said new, but she also has a bunch of edit styles. So a customizable skin that's really popular. So Zadie is awesome. Oh, he's not done with the gold frame. I love this. This goes very well with the Midas. It almost kind of keeps the theme of this one with the black suit and the gold. That looks awesome. Chaos Agent Shadow. That's a pretty good looking card. That's an awesome looking card, actually. The gold on gold with the black suit to contrast it. That's actually awesome. And even like matched with the slab, the black on the black. That's an awesome pickup. And Chaos Agent, I wonder if they ever will continue anything with the storyline. I do hope that they, do continue a storyline, because that whole Chapter 2 Season 1 thing where he created all the slurp skins, and I potentially Chaos Agent might have created all the alter egos from the Chapter 2 Season 1 Battle Pass skins. That's not confirmed, but could have been. But we do know he created that slurp bundle. It was the Jonesy, Bandolette, and Leviathan, all their slurp variations. There's like a cutscene of him doing it. And there's also that loading screen of Chaos Agent staring at all the different TV monitors. So like he's obviously really important. He's definitely involved with Midas and everything. So I think Chaos Agent is a really good card, any sort of card of his. And this is definitely probably his most unique card, because like the gold on gold with the black suit, that's awesome. He has the one in the Series 3 promo set, and which I have, but I don't know. This might be cooler looking. Although it's not cracked ice, but it's still pretty cool. Oh, now this is awesome. Meowscles and Sky with their ghost edit styles. Okay, that's actually awesome. I didn't even notice that. Meowscles in the 10 with Skull Trooper. Okay, that is awesome. I didn't see that. That's actually so sick. Meowscles and Sky. CGC Perfect Gem Mint 10 with Meowscles in the Sky from the Chapter 2 Season 2 Battle Pass with their ghost edit styles. That's actually awesome. Wow, I didn't even notice this. You guys can't tell. I'm actually really losing it over this card. This is something that I'd want to add to my collection. Wow, that's actually so awesome. But yeah, Chapter 2 Season 2 is looked at as probably the best Fortnite season of all time by the comic consensus, is what I feel. That or Chapter 1 Season 4. Me personally, I do agree with the masses on that. My two favorite seasons of all time are Chapter One, Season Four, and oh, Daniel Gonzalez, what's up? How you doing, bro? Good to see you in here. But yeah, the Oscils in the Sky, Gem at 10, CGC. And like I was talking about Chapter 2, Season 2, that's one of the most like fondly looked upon seasons of all time. People love that season. I think it was a combination of it was actually a great season and the fact that we were all at home because of COVID and we didn't have much else to do, but hop on the game and Fortnite was really good at the time. So this is card is a great representation of that. Two of the bosses, two of the skins in the battle pass. This is the awesome, awesome card. Let's see what else we got here. Okay. He's got the shadow too. All right, JL. I see it. That's awesome. I mean, the same thing applies to the ghost and the shadow. I don't know which one would be more desired. Personally, I do prefer the way the ghost ones look, but I don't know what the community would be. That'd be a cool thing to see. What the community would rather have the ghost or the shadow versions of this card. But either way, it's awesome. I love those. Wow, that's actually so awesome. Okay, so we're staying on the train of really big cards. Dutch Ghoul with the Skull Trooper, Crystal Shard, PSA 9. Like I always talk about, Skull Trooper, there's not much I need to say. We all know about Skull Trooper. We all know he's one of the best cards out there. We all know he's top 5. What did he finish at in the community top 25 list? I forgot. I think he was like, was he 4? He's either 4 or 5. I know he was top 5. But Skull Trooper Crystal Shard is the new PSA slab too. So this thing just got graded. That's awesome. Um, Skull Trooper, something I'd want in the future, but I had to buy his Italy Crystal Shard because, this is unrealistic for me right now. That is an awesome card. I'd love to see something like that. And yeah, Dutch Ghoul, you've been doing it upright week after week with your pickups, and this is just awesome. Let's see what else do we got here. Oh, Dutch Ghoul's not done yet. Italy from the promo. Hold on, are these all 10s? No shot. Wow. So I just talked about this card earlier, the Chaos Double Agent. We saw the one from the sticker, which was the black suit with the mask off. This is white suit with the mask on. So really, if you have both those cards, you can pretty much see all the different edit styles of that skin because it has a bunch of different combinations. You got the white and the black suit, you got the mask and the mask off. So you got 4 different skins in one, basically. And you kind of get the whole scope of the skin if you have the sticker from Gold Frame and if you have this Cracked Ice card, which is a gorgeous card. I don't have the Italy, obviously. Ren Time, what's up, bro? Good to see you stopping by. But yeah, I do have this card. I obviously don't have the sticker, but yeah, I don't have the Italy, but it looks good. The Series 3 Italy looks good. It's similar to Series 2 Italy, and yeah. You got a PSA 4 Black Knight run time? That's sick. That's awesome, bro. Any Black Knight's a good Black Knight, like I always say in my videos. No matter what it is, if it's Black Knight, it's a good card. Let's see. Then we got Night Knight. Once again, another PSA 10 Italy promo. These Italy promos are not easy to come by. These are rare cards. These things are scarce. And I'm pretty sure someone asked Dutch Ghoul if he was selling, and he was like, no, I'm pretty sure. And understandably so, because these things are not easy to come by. These are rare, rare cards. And, I'm just really happy to see something like this because, this is something unique. You don't see these very often. This is a cool thing to see if you're a Fortnite card collector and appreciator. So, this is awesome. Rabbit Raider, just another cool one. The pink and the black looks great on that card. Grave. This is the one I did not understand. This skin is so unknown in game. I've never seen it worn in game. I've barely ever seen it in the shop. I believe it's part of a 3-pack of skins that you have to pay real money for. So I don't feel like very many people bought this skin either. But it does look cool. His art, he has really cool art. I really like the art on Grave. So, just underappreciated from that aspect. But in game, definitely nothing special. But still a great card. Then we got TNTina. Yeah, I love this card. This card was the reason TNTina and Sky were the reason I bought the Series 3 promo set. And to see an Italy TNTina PSA 10. Like I just talked about, I went on that whole spiel about Chapter 2, Season 2, and how it's the most fondly looked upon season of all time. That in Chapter 1, Season 4. Oh, Runtime said, I love how you carry the community. Hey, thank you, bro. I love doing it. The community's done a lot for me. So, like to keep it afloat. Got to keep the legacy alive from THG and just any Fortnite card content. Got to keep something alive, But yeah, TNT Chapter 2, Season 2. I love anything Chapter 2, Season 2 for a personal aspect and for an investment aspect. Again, technically not investment advice. But yeah, TNT Italy Cracked Ice promo PSA 10 is a gorgeous card. So Dutch Ghoul, you got some insane pickups here. All right, let's see. Okay, so we're not done with Skull Trooper. We got Jammy Toaster. Did I say $140 USD Facebook Marketplace? Okay. So Jammy Toaster, you got the best deal of 2025 potentially here. $140 Facebook Marketplace find for a Skull Trooper Crystal Shard PSA 7 Skull Trooper. We all know the Four Nightmares. What's a good price for a Black Knight Hollow PSA 4 is a question from Rentime. Honestly, a good price. I'm trying to think. So PSA 10s, that's what's nice about this. Let's see what Black Knight hollow foils are going for. I'll put Panini Fortnite in front of this. Let's see what they're selling for. Okay, that's not what I'm looking for. Where's the sort? I'm not used to looking at this stuff on the desktop view. It's should be down here, right? Yeah, there we go. Sold completed items. Okay, let's see. 820,000. Okay, so this is not a whole lot. All right, I don't know. 125. That looks like a really dirt cheap price, though. Not a whole lot of comps out there, but me personally, I'd say honestly any price is good for a Black Knight Hollow PSA 4 unless you paid way too much for it. But anything between anything under 200, I'd say is a good price. Even 250. I say anything under 250 is a good price for a Black Knight Hollow PSA 4 because it's still Black Knight and it's still a hollow, especially if it's USA. 250, I feel like on the high end. Anywhere below that, I feel like is a good price for a Black Knight Hollow. But back to Jammy Toaster's steal of a pickup on the Skull Trooper Crystal Shard PSA 7. That card is gorgeous. That blue on Skull Trooper. We just talked about a Skull Trooper. Pretty funny how there is, kind of back to back Dutch School with his, then Jammy Toaster with this steal. So, Skull Trooper, Fort Nightmares, one of the most OG skins, his purple edit style. He has so many edit styles, so many reskins. People love Skull Trooper, and that's no secret. And, just for 140, you can't go wrong. For 1400, you really can't go wrong on a Skull Trooper. So, what a steal, Jammy Toaster. Let's see. Oh, Panini Fortnite 2019, a legend of the community. Runtime, thank you, of course, bro. Panini Fortnite 2019 with a Trailblazer promo number 1 from the Series 1 set in a PSA 10 perfect condition, also in the new PSA slab. I'm glad to see people are still out there slabbing up Fortnite cards. But Trailblazer, the very first Panini Fortnite card, technically, first from the promo set. So technically the very first Panini Fortnite trading card out there. And that's a gorgeous card. The color on her is unique. It's not unique. I mean, there's some, but definitely one of the lesser used colors. You love that skin? I know, me too, bro. But yeah, Trailblazer is awesome. And one thing I always like to point out with these promo cards in PSA 10, some of them are quite easy to grade, but the fact that it came in that little plastic case with that piece of foam over it, in there, I feel like they should be harder to grade than they are almost. Maybe people are not sending in the rougher copies because there is a pretty good amount of them out there. They're definitely not common, but they're not as rare, obviously, as the true crystal shards. But they're they're on the more common side. We'll say that. And I feel like people are just grading definitely the cleaner ones. And if it's not that clean, they're just not sending them in. So I feel like eventually over time, as those other ones keep getting sent in, as in, in the future, the values of these increase, they're more going to be sent in. And the gem rates are definitely going to decrease on these if I had to bet. So these cards in PSA 10s, I feel like are sneaky plays, not investment advice. But I love all promo cards in PSA 10s. And this one is no different, especially it being the very first Panini Fortnite trading card ever produced. So Panini Fortnite 2019, that is awesome. Let's see what else we got. Okay. Rob Rangel, my man, Omega Red Knight. Are more Fortnite cards coming out? Not that I know of, unfortunately. We do know Topps has the license, but they're hopefully something's in the works. But as far as I know, there's not. So it's kind of a dry spell. I believe that. I mean, that's why Robin Dillon. That's why THG isn't making content right now. So this is what it is. Hopefully we get some soon. But as for now, it's gonna keep doing what I'm doing and appreciating the cards that we have because we have a lot of great ones out there. But Omega Crystal Shard PSA 8 and Red Knight Crystal Shard PSA 9, these are some beautiful cards. Red Knight, female Black Knight. It's like the duo that's there. Side by side, those cards go crazy. I remember seeing that in one of Eduardo's old YouTube videos, all the knights like together. That was incredible. Royal Knight, Blue Squire, Red Knight, Black Knight, all in like one picture in one video was awesome. It's like just all the knights are awesome, and Red Knight definitely is probably the second best. Well, okay, that's an interesting question. Is Red Knight the second best knight in Series 1? Is she better than Blue Squire and Royal Knight? I think that's actually a tough question. That's something I feel like people should think about more. I'm not even certain myself what my answer would be on that. But Red Knight's definitely a fantastic card. That red on red, Chapter 1, Season 2, she was released. So super OG skin. One of the very first like item shop 2000 V-Buck skins. So, just an awesome card. And then Omega, as we know, shout out to you, our three rips. Omega is probably my second favorite Fortnite card. Actually, Omega is my second favorite Fortnite card. I can't really say he isn't. We all know Moisty's one, but I just started collecting. My favorite card in my collection is Zoe Hollow PSA 9. You paid $15. Awesome. I talk about how much I like Zoe, and I believe she's an underrated card. I always talk about how much I love Chapter 1, Season 4. Zoe was a Battle Pass skin in that season. And a hollows are pretty rare. PSA 9 is definitely a strong condition. Not quite a 10, but still a very good condition card. And a $15 price point, can't go wrong with that at all. And just as we were talking about Chapter 1, Season 4 with Omega, that also applies to Zoe. Chapter 1, Season 4 is one of the most loved Fortnite seasons of all time. Omega and Zoe were both part of that season's Battle Pass. And people who love that season like me and so many others are going to want to chase after skins like Omega and Zoe. So that's awesome. But Rob Rangel, that's awesome. Let's see what else we got here. What's next? Okay, Rob. So he completes the Omega and the Carbide duo. I see. He gets one of the hardest crystal shards to find in AIM. Drift. What's that drift grade? A 7. So we got a 9 on the AIM, 9 on the Carbide, 7 on the Raptor, 7 on the Drift. Okay. Drift, we know, definitely a very high end card. Carbide, yeah, I know. Carbide is sick. That trio of Omega, Carbide, and Oblivion, that's an awesome one. I don't think I've really seen that set put together in one picture before. But if someone did that, that'd be awesome. Rob, I'm sure you got an Oblivion laying around. You got to do that for me. Get your Omega, get your Carbide, get your Oblivion in one picture, post that in the Discord. You got to do that for me, bro. But then Raptor, these are some hard crystal shards to find. Legendaries, AIM, Carbide, and Raptor are not easy cards to find. I got lucky with my AIM crystal shard. There just happened to be an auction, and for some reason it slipped through the cracks, and I got it in I believe it was real early 2023 for like $100. And then there was a long point in time where I was searching for a Carbide, but then, the only reason I was searching for Carbide is because I couldn't get Omega. I love how you can make really cool pictures. But yeah, Carbide is awesome. Raptor, the yellow on the yellow looks great. Raptor, also part of a 3-card set. Raptor, Havoc, and Frostbite in Series 1. You got to love Raptor's definitely the most sought after of those. C-Day skin. I was a big C-Day fan back in the day. I still wish if he's still uploaded, I'd still be watching C-Day probably right now. But Raptor is awesome. Super iconic for so many reasons. Like he's part of those 3 skins and C-Day, of course. And he's one of those early legendary skins, 2000 V-Buck skins in the item shop, like Red Knight, one of the very first. And then Drift, we all know, Chapter 1, Season 5 Battle Pass. One of the most really ahead of its time as a skin, I feel like, just like Omega was. They really kicked off the whole customizable, the edit styles. They kicked off the edit styles. I mean, Drift had how many edit styles? Like 6 or 7. There was the mask off, there was the cape, there was, like the partial cape. There's so many edit styles to him. So Drift is awesome. You guys know for the longest time I talked about how much Drift was overrated. I still kind of do believe that, but that doesn't mean he's not a good card. He's still a great and fantastic card. I just thought, there's a point in time when I was saying all that, people were saying he's a top 5 card, top 3 card. I was hearing it even from some people. I just didn't personally agree with that. But he's still, he's top 10, definitely. He just wasn't top 5. And then AIM, Chapter 1, Season 6 Secret Skin, definitely deep storyline ties with AIM. I do feel he's underappreciated, and I'm not just saying that because I have more AIM cards than any other Fortnite card. I truly do believe that. I don't have all those AIM cards because I don't believe what I'm saying about him, I guess. I'm not saying this stuff because I have the AIM cards. I have the AIM cards because I'm saying this stuff and I believe it, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, AIM is a great card. And yeah, Rob, those are some awesome pickups. Let's see. I don't have Discord, but I want to get reviewed. How can I do that? Um, the best way, like I said, I mean, this is just um the taking high ground Discord that Dylan and Rob put together while ago. Probably been up for almost 2 years now. But yeah, I can probably shoot you a link to join it. The only way I could really do this is if you had Discord. But yeah, let's see. Back to Dutch Google. Let's see what we're working with. One, two, three. Okay, so 2 10s of his. I mean, you can tell by his profile picture that's one of his favorite cards. 2 cracked ice CGC 10s of, you know, one of his favorite cards. That's awesome. He's got a 9 and an 8. So 2 10s, a 9 and an 8 of a Series 3 cracked ice card that he loves. Really happy to see him picking up cards like this or getting them or just grading them. But yeah, Dutch School is getting, you can tell by his profile picture, like I said, that's one of his favorite cards. The Relax Fit Jonesy. I mean, he's got probably population control on that. I feel like he's got so many of them. Like he might have the majority of them at this point. I see him picking them up so much. So that's awesome. And yeah, it's going to be hard to get that card in the future if you want it. But next up, we have Panini Fortnite 2019 with the Battlehound Crystal Shard PSA 10. What a gorgeous card. Battlehound, there was a while ago where Battlehound was up for auction. I was bidding on him. I lost. Would have been nice to win that one, though. The legendary Crystal Shards, to me, I don't know. They just have a certain there's just something about them. I don't know. I can't really describe it. Like the 3 that I have up there, they're all legendary Crystal Shards. That Deadfire. I love Deadfire. But yeah, I should go live more. You love them. I appreciate that. I plan on doing this more frequently for the pickups, doing them live instead of video format. I think this works better. Now that I do own a computer, I can do it like this, where I can share my screen. So I think I'm going to start doing this from now on. But yeah, Battlehound, he had his moment in game. People don't talk about this, but there was a point in time. I mean, it didn't last very long, but right when Battlehound came out, I believe he was Chapter 1, Season 3. People were rocking him in game. People were wearing him. Also, those green eyes on his card look sick, and they also look sick in game. I also have I always love the contrast. Like he's got the blue here and the blue here. His card looks great. And perfect condition crystal shards of legendary skins like this that are OG, that are cemented in Fortnite's legacy, like Battlehound, is a card I just love. So Panini Fortnite 2019, this is an awesome card, and congratulations on picking it up. Let's see. What are we working with next in the pickups? Okay. Got Goopy / Chase cards with a Blackheart Crystal Shard PSA 10. Like I just talked about the legendaries. Do I prefer SGC slabs or PSA? I'm definitely a PSA guy at heart. I love PSA. I graded my first card at PSA when I was like 12 years old. So that was that. It's just kind of stuck with me ever since then. Like 20, what was it? 2018, I think, when I graded my first card when I was like 12 years old. So yeah, 3 PSAs back there. I even have a video on my channel how to crack an SGC slab and send it to PSA is what I did. My Ragnarok Crystal Shard PSA 5. It wasn't SGC 4. I cracked it out and I sent it to PSA. Got a 5. So I'm definitely not an SGC fan. I'm an SGC fan, but not for my personal collection. I like the uniformity that I have in my collection, where all my Crystal Shards, all 16 of them, all 17 of them actually, are slabbed in PSA. But Goopy with Chase cards with a PSA 10 Blackheart Crystal Shard. I love Blackheart. I think he's underrated. His tier 100 style from the chapter 1, tier 100, whatever, like the max edit style. Him. Lux was technically tier 100. I think you got him at like tier 90 or something, whatever his final edit style. Is one of the coolest looking skins of all time. Obviously, it's a bulky male skin, so no one's going to wear it or appreciate it in game. But it looks so awesome. And Panini dropped the ball by not throwing that card on game here. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. Like, come on. Here, we'll go with this one. Like, look at that. Even that one's awesome too. Like, even this one's better than they threw the worst edit style on the card. It annoys me that they threw the worst edit style on the one. Like they could have thrown this one, and this one would have been better. But either way, Blackheart's a good card. So anyone in game who rocks these awesome edit styles, are going to want something to collect of their favorite skin. If it is, I mean, I guarantee you, there's a couple people out there that black card is their favorite skin. I guarantee you that. And what are they going to do? They're going to turn to a card like this, his best card, because unfortunately Panini did us all wrong and did that. But black card is an awesome card. I mean, he still looks cool like this. I mean, the whole like compass tattoo and the eye patch, everything, the black. It's more sleek. It's more clean. It's definitely cool. And the dark blue looks good. It fits him, fits his theme perfectly. Also, new PSA slab. So I really like this card, Goopy. I did notice a black heart crystal shard sold for like dirt cheap at auction a couple months ago, but that's definitely just like one low sale. Black heart's definitely a good card, valuable card for sure, and a card like this I absolutely love. So Goopy, congratulations on that one. All right, let's see what else we're working with. Also, that voice crack I just had was crazy. But then we got, I believe this is Alpha Pitbull. I've been saying it like that. I'm like 99% sure that's what it is. He's got Trace Black Knight hollow foils. Let's see if he said anything about him. Mission is PSA 1 to 10. So that means he's going to be messing some of these up if he's going for the rainbow grades. Do I think Fortnite content will blow up? I'm assuming you want me to specify and say Fortnite card content. Do I think it'll blow up? At some point, maybe, but there's a high chance that it doesn't. I feel like I could just be making these videos for no benefit to the Fortnite trading card community in the long run and the growth of Fortnite cards at all. But I enjoy doing it. I actually do. There's points in times where I do go months without uploading. That's because at the time I don't enjoy making the content, or I just have a lot of other stuff going on, and I'm not thinking about, I got to get this Fortnite card video out. But frequently when I've been uploading consistently, I'm enjoying making content. So, I'm going to keep doing it until I don't enjoy it. We've got Alpha Pitbull with 3 Black Knight hollow foils, and like he said, he's going for the rainbow grades PSA 1 to 10, which is really unique. You see that a lot with like 80s and 90s baseball, like junk wax era baseball, with these rainbow grades, because there's so many of the cards and they're essentially worthless. And I'm not saying Black Knight's worthless. These are expensive cards. Black Knight hollows are expensive cards, but these junk wax era baseball cards are not. And people go for the rainbow grades of them, which is really cool. I do see people at some point saying, well, at this point, you're just collecting the PSA holder. I mean, absolutely not. You're collecting the card, and you're just, what each card looks like at different conditions. I mean, sure, you are collecting the grade, but you're not collecting the holder. So I think that's a very cool goal to try to accomplish. I really hope he does it because I'd really love to see that. That'd be absolutely awesome. And, overall, just picking up 3 Black Knight Hollows is a crazy week for anybody because, Black Knight Hollow is a fantastic card. All right, we got Sparkle Specialist with a Population 8 Tender Defender Italy Crystal Shard PSA 10. Also, I don't know what he did, but this Tender Defender looks gorgeous in this picture. Sparkle Specialist is always on point with his photography. Like, this guy must be like a photographer or something because he always does it right. He's got the black background. He's got it shining perfectly. Rent time, should I make Fortnite card content? If you feel the want to, if you have the desire to do that, of course, go for it. I enjoy doing it. If you think you'd enjoy doing it, go for it. We have Sparkle Specialist, Tender Defender, Crystal Shard, Italy, PSA 10. These cards are not easy to grade, and I just like the way it's looked. This card looks, like I said, the way Sparkle Specialist took this picture is gorgeous. And also, I love the pattern of these Italy Crystal Shards. People always say Brazil's better. I think Italy looks better because it's lighter, and you can see more of the pattern of the Crystal Shards. I don't know. This just kind of came to my mind, but when I first joined the Fortnite trading card community, which was going basically about 3 years ago now exactly, which is crazy. When I'd go through eBay, I'm like looking at cards. The thing that confused me was the hard lemonade thing. I think that's went away pretty much now. I don't know why that ever became a popular term for like international crystal shards being called hard lemonade. That was so weird, but it was at one point. I'm happy that's gone away because that was really weird and confusing. But anyway, I kind of went off topic there. Tender Defender. People, I feel like I've done a good job of just talking about this, but a lot of people don't know Tender Defender was a fan-made skin. Actually, I do think a lot of people know that. I think that's pretty common knowledge. Daniel, whoever's watching, say hi. Appreciate you, Daniel. Rent time. Should you buy Brazil cards? Absolutely. All internet. Okay, well, not investment advice. Not investment advice. Should you buy Brazil cards? But if you find a card that you like you said, Zoe's your favorite card. You have a hollow PSA 9. If you can get a Zoe Brazil Crystal Shard for the right price, I'd absolutely jump on that and buy that card. not for investment purposes, but if you like Zoe and that's a card you think you're going to enjoy in the future and, like to collect Zoe cards, go for it. Or if you can find a good price Black Knight Brazil card, you seem to really like Black Knight, I'd go for that as well. We had Tender Defender is a fan made skin, and he's an awesome looking card, like a meme, like from meme standpoints, and really he is cool looking just in general. Like he has that nice autumn vibe to it, like that Thanksgiving vibe with the color they gave him in the background. The orange, the crisp leaves, like everything. I love the card. It has good aesthetic. It's a very aesthetically pleasing card for a meme skin. Like you look at Moisty Merman, which is, I mean, he's kind of a meme skin, but he really isn't. He's not aesthetically pleasing. Like some monster thing with the green on green with the orange. He's supposed to be ugly. Like this card is supposed to be ugly as well, kind of, but it looks really good. It's aesthetically pleasing, and it's not ugly looking. It's a great looking card. So Sparkle Specialist, I love this card. All right, let's see if we have any more pickups or if that was it. Okay. Oh, Dirty Dan, appreciate you coming in with a bunch of pickups for me to talk about. I'm not sure what that. Oh, One Piece. Okay. See, looks like we've got some stickers here. Okay. Daniel, I'm very glad you posted this. Red / Black Knight and Technique are my favorite, and Zoe. So yeah, if you can find some Brazil Red and Black Knight, Technique, she's only in the promo set, and if you can find like some Brazil Zoe, those are awesome cards for your personal collection. Like, I think my first Moisty Shard Brazil. I think my first Moisty Merman Crystal Shard, which is my favorite card, was Brazil. Shout out to my boy Kari. He got me right way back in the day. Once again, almost 3 years ago. That was crazy. That's crazy to think about. I've been, collecting these for almost 3 years. But yeah, if you can get Brazil cards or your favorite cards for the right price, definitely I'd recommend purchasing some. But Daniel, I'm really glad you posted this. I love this right here. That was like, I don't know, that shot from that Chapter 1 Season 6 trailer of the cube with like elevating out of Loot Lake with the island. I don't know. There's just something about this shot afterwards that's so iconic to Fortnite. And also this one as well. From that space trailer, I believe it was Chapter 1 Season 4 or it was Chapter 1 Season 3. It was like the bridge, I think. Actually, I'm actually mad at myself for forgetting this. No, it was, okay, wait. I don't want to pull up the trailer because there might be like copyright things. But whatever one, it was from one of the, okay. I'm going to just take a guess and hope I'm right. It was that trailer, the transition from Chapter 1 Season 3 to Chapter 1 Season 4 is my guess. Hopefully I'm right. But that trailer, yeah, no, it was a trailer before Chapter 1 Season 4. I don't know why I doubted my original instinct. But yeah, it was the trailer before Chapter 1 Season 4 at the end of Chapter 1 Season 3. And that trailer leading up into my personal opinion, the greatest Fortnite season of all time. There's something about it. These two cards represent some of the most iconic trailers in Fortnite history, leading into some of the most iconic seasons. So, Daniel, I love those two cards right there, and I'm really happy to see that you added them. Tricera, Ops, and Ragnarok are both really good cards. Let's see. Okay. The Shark, Magic the Gathering. I love that card. Like I just talked about, Chapter 2, Season 2. How iconic is that season? And when people remember Chapter 2, Season 2, they remember the mythics and the bosses and the awesome POIs. The Shark held the Mythic Scar and the Mythic Grappler, arguably the best two mythic weapons in the entire season. And Sky, one of the coolest bosses and one of the coolest POIs of all time, the Shark. Then the Spire, this one's an interesting one. People hated Chapter 2, Season 6, but I feel like over time people are gonna grow to, think of it more fondly. And the Spire was the main focal point of that season, like the biggest POI in the center. So, definitely a cool card. And they're all PSA 10, so that's awesome. Then what's this one? I have like horrible eyesight and I'm far away from my screen. I'm not trying to like get up close. I'm like, I can't quite tell what that is. Well, let me check my phone. Oh, Crack the Vault. That's the Vault one. Once again, Chapter 2, Season 2, the introduction of the vaults in Fortnite, a concept that has stayed in the games from time after time again, like season after season. That concept has stayed in game. So, what's a good Brazil price for raw shards? It all depends on the card. I'm not sure what like Black Knight's doing right about now. I don't keep up with his prices as much as I should, but they're definitely a lot. Obviously, they're a lot cheaper than USA. But if you can't find an exact comp on a Brazil card, just check Italy. It'll be close enough. Maybe Brazil slightly more. Sometimes it'll be slightly less, but they're basically around the same range for Italy and Brazil. And Daniel, I'm talking about your great pickups right now. But yeah, Crack the Vault. Like I just talked about this entire stream. I feel like Chapter 2, Season 2. It introduced the concept of opening vaults, the vault in game, the key cards. Those have stayed for so long, and people think of vaults with Fortnite all the time. They associate it. So I love that card as well. And then we got the dance battle. What's like one of the most important aspects of Fortnite? Emotes. Um, yeah, emoting is so iconic to Fortnite. It's just a staple of the game, and yeah. So all these cards in the Magic the Gathering sets have fantastic artwork, and I just really think they're all great, and they all have deep ties to Fortnite and deep representation of the game. So Daniels are awesome. Let's see. Oh boy, here we go. Let's see what we're working with. Whiteout. Oh, gee, this is. I'm gonna have to pull these names off the top of my head. This is DJ Bob. I can't quite tell what that one is. Oppressor. Gone. Journey. Outcast, Riley, and that one's gonna get me. I'm not gonna know that one, but I'll take whatever numbers I just put up guessing those cards. Oh, and there's also I definitely won't be able to tell what that one is down there. Okay, so one thing I learned for the next time I do this: wear my glasses when I do this because I'm far away. Also, we got this is bundles. I know that one off the top of my head, but Whiteout was one of Mongrel skins back in the day. So, that's an awesome card. So many pros and sweats use that skin back in late chapter 1. So Whiteout is super awesome. DJ Bop, kind of like the female version of DJ Yonder. Definitely didn't take off like he did. So, it is what it is. Still kind of cool looking, I'd say. The purple on the purple. Then 2 oppressors. Oppressor he looks sick. He looks awesome. Just never took off in game like he should have. Kind of like a Walmart Omega. Kinda. He's cool looking though. Like I'm not saying he's not cool looking. Just kind of like, interesting. Daniel, video quality and sound quality is high quality by the way. Thank you. I finally broke down and I bought a computer. It took wasn't free obviously, but yeah. Runtime, thank you. The blue is Glimmer. Okay. Glimmer is a legendary skin. Looks really cool. Like an ice princess type skin. Almost like I was gonna make a comparison to ice cream, but like I don't know where I was going with that. I don't know, just disregard all that. But Glimmer, like she definitely fits the vibe of Chapter 1, Season 7. It's kind of weird they released Ice Queen and Glimmer. Yeah, let me make sure I'm talking about the right card here. Yeah, okay, I'm talking about the right card. Yeah, almost like an Ice Princess. Kind of interesting they'd release that skin and Ice Queen in the same season. But yeah, I mean, definitely a cool card. Then, like I said, Oppressor never really took off in game. Gon, he fits the theme with there's Sushi Master and Maki Master and Guan Yu also in Series 2. So there's like a lot of skins with that like the Japanese theme. So like I feel like that's cool. Get that whole set. Or like Asian culture, I don't know. I feel like I might have messed that up. Whatever. It's cool though. I like it. I like the cards. To get that 4 in a set would be awesome. Then Journey vs. Hazard, Chapter 2, Season 1 Battle Pass, the Altar and the Ego. Those are awesome. Super underappreciated. And that's one set. I feel like be pretty hard to do. Glimmer is better than Ice Queen. I agree she's a better looking card than Ice Queen, most definitely. She just doesn't have the storyline ties, so I don't know about her performance as a card in the future. But, Glimmer is definitely better looking. I do agree with you on that. But I was gonna say it's like an unattainable goal for me, probably. Like it's hard because like Series 2 cracked ices are very hard to come by. Like I'm still looking for my sludge cracked ice. I've only seen like one in the past 2 years. But Journey versus Hazard, there's Remedy versus Toxin, Turk versus Riptide, Ripley versus Sludge. I feel like I'm missing one. Oh yeah, 8-ball versus Scratch. How could I ever get 8-ball versus Scratch? But to get that whole set, it'd be super hard, but it'd be super cool to see somebody complete it. I mean, anyone who has a Series 2 cracked ice set has it. But like I feel like just to see them all posted together would be awesome. Outcast, fits the whole fishing theme. Like there's a lot of like fishing theme skins. There was, obviously Turk and Riptide, and then her. She's like the female version of Turk. So, cool duo right there. Then Riley is very odd card. Odd skin. Don't see much about her. I feel like she had the potential when she was made to take off as a sweat skin. She just never really did for some reason. I'm not exactly sure why. Oh, and this is Fyra or Fryra. It's like It's like, okay, I was right. Fyra. Um, kind of fits the whole theme with Ragnarok and Valkyrie. That'd be a cool one. I mean, she's not part of the set, but fits the vibe, fits the theme. So she's a pretty cool card just for that aspect as well. And then bundles, we all know anything that's a bear for Fortnite is important because it ties in a cuddle team leader. So that's an awesome, awesome one right there. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Let's see. Oh, Prisoner, right up my alley. You guys know I love Prisoner. Kane. I'm not gonna know the name of that guy. I don't think. Let's see. Guess what I got? I got 22 Series 3 cracked ice cards and 18 lasers and 300 base for $30 from eBay. Summer Drift cracked ice as well as Squad Leader, Fastball, and Slugger. Okay, now that is a deal right there. That is a sick deal. 22. Wait, so 22 Series 3 cracked ice for $30. Okay, and then you got 18 lasers. So yeah, 40 hits for $30 along with 300 base. Like that is an absurdly good deal. And Summer Drift is definitely a good one. Anything Drift is good. You get the duo of Fastball and Slugger, so that's awesome. And Squad Leader, those are awesome cards. So congratulations on all that. And we got Kane, who's a Christmas skin. Cool card. Definitely didn't take off, but he's cool. Got bundles like I just talked about. This guy right here, Warpaint, he's a Save the World skin. People do not talk about him, but he's so weird. So many people have him in their locker, and you see him from time to time in game. He's pretty cool. Jonesy skin. His card goes really cheap, very cheap. I do feel like he's slightly underrated or underappreciated. Then Anarchy Agent. Very random skin. Definitely not talked about in game, unfortunately. He's cool looking though. I like the blue with Mohawk with the blue. It's a cool look. And this guy, I'm blanking on his name and I can't quite read it. But not a very important skin in game. No storyline ties or anything. Not very recognizable, clearly. But the pink still looks good, and it's a series 2 cracked ice, so it's a good card. Then we got the llama skin, like the abandoned llama. But this isn't the abandoned style, I don't think. But hold on, what am I doing? It might be. I don't know. Like I said, I've kind of okay, but yeah, I'm blanking on his name. What that card looks like, really. Here, hold on. Hopefully this works. I don't know if it will. I might need to pull up a checklist. I can't believe I got to do this. I'm so washed up on my card identifying abilities. Well, it's FortniteCards.com back up. Okay, unfortunately it's not. So, but any llama skin is good. Any llama skin is good. I like them all. Except, I mean, you guys know, just like I had the stretch of time where I was kind of hating on Drift. I had a stretch of time where I was hating on Yonder with the 3 from Series 2. It is what it is. He's still a llama. He's still important to Fortnite, and the gold does look sick. He was just pretty overrated at one point. And I know this right here is Grit, cool looking card. And then we got Kit Bash, Chapter 2, Season 3. Chapter 2, Season 3, I want to say. He was the henchman at Caddy Corner for Kit with the Mythic Charge shotgun, the very first Mythic shotgun we ever got. So that's pretty cool. One of the henchmen. I think the henchman cards are cool. Like there was Sledge. Sledge was a henchman for Brutus at the Grotto. This was a henchman for, like I said, Kit. So yeah, those are cool. They don't have cards for Ghost and Shadow Henchmen. I wish they did. Unfortunately, they don't. And then, like I talked about with the Alters and Egos, we have Scratch right there. So Daniel Gonzalez, those are some awesome pickups. Oh, and Blaze again. We got another Blaze. I talked about this one at the beginning of the live stream. And Blaze gold frame sticker, like I talked about, Chapter 2, Season 3. Super iconic, super sought after. In game when she first showed up, people were wearing her all the time. And there's not a whole lot of cards to chase after Renegade Raider. Obviously, like I said, the prototypes are out of reach for the average person. And, Reloaded is cool. Definitely good looking card, but this one is also sick. So, Dirty Dan, you did it up right this week for sure. Let's see. Hold on. What are we looking at? Oh, the One Piece card. Let's see. Yep. Some more of the loading screens. Okay, links. Gotta love links. Chapter 1, Season 8. Chapter 1, Season 7 Battle Pass. I don't know what I'm talking about. Um, this is the red edit style. Really cool one. She has like red, blue, black, and people obviously always wear the black one or stuck to the black one, but the red is just sick. It looks cool on card and contrasts nice with the blue on the sticker. And the golf cart, those were pretty cool back in Chapter 1, Season 5. I think that's a cool card that they have the vehicles in gold frame. So yeah, the golf cart is awesome. Looks like that's it for the recent pickups this week. Let's see. How do I? All right. So that was this week's recent pickups from the Taking High Ground Discord. You see, now since I'm live in like 50 minutes with it, I didn't have to cut my opinion short. I was able to just kind of go. So, you know, I think I'm going to do this from now on. This is how I'm going to do the recent pickups from now on. I thank you all for watching. Thank you to everyone who submitted pickups in the Discord. And, thank you to THG for allowing me to advertise the pickups from the Discord. And yeah, I appreciate everybody in the Fortnite trading community. And I'll see you guys in the next one.